Hello, good morning. The previous class we just discussed about uh, the properties of the matches, the properties of solid, liquid, and gas. Today we are going to studying about the compressibility of matter. Okay, the compressibility of the solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, let us find out some compressibility of the matter with the help of a small activity. Okay. To the compare the extent to which the solid, liquid, or gas can be compressed. Okay.
The materials required for this experiment is three disposable syringes with pistons and also three rubber cocks and the common salt or sand or the chalk powder etc. and water. Okay, take three disposable syringes with its pistons and label them as A, B, and C. Look at the picture, just mark as A, B, and C and close the nostril of the syringes by fixing them into a separate rubber cocks or a cap. Okay, as shown in this figure. Okay, then and just the procedures are now remove the piston from each syringe and fill the chalk powder or a common salt or sand any other solid particles into the syringe A and also fill up the syringe with the water, the syringe B. Okay, in syringe C put them back the piston without filling anything. Okay, that means it contains air. Okay, note the initial reading of the pistons in all these three syringes. Okay, just mark the initial readings and now press the syringe one by one. Okay, press the piston one by one and observe that what happens. Okay, we can observe that the piston of the syringe A does not move on applying the pressure. There is no change in their reading. Shows that the common salt or the chalk powder does not get compressed on applying the pressure. What's the reason? Because the molecules of the solids are arranged very close to each other. Okay, and the piston of the syringe B moves little, slightly. Okay, change in the reading is noticed. It is shows that the water can be compressed to some extent. Okay, extent the water can be compressed. Okay, then compared to the syringe C, it's move easily and change on the reading is observed. This shows that the gas can be compressed easily on applying force. Okay, this we can conclude that from this above activity we conduct that solids generally that cannot be compressed. Okay, liquids can be compressed to some extent and gas can be compressed easily. Okay, are we clear that? Okay, let's watch the experiment related to this. Okay.
We see many colorful things around us. If somebody asks you to categorize above materials, you would probably say pencil, eraser, chalk pieces are solids, water, ink, various colored juices are liquids, and inflated balloons, smoke of the incense stick, are in a gaseous state. Let us see some interesting properties of the matter in different states. We will start with an empty syringe. We will put some chalk pieces in it and press the piston harder. You would see the piston after muscle force, the chalk pieces are allowed to break down. They break down in small pieces. in a powdered form. You would see how these powdered pieces are being put back in the syringe. Repeat the same for the liquids. We will close the nozzle and pour a colored liquid in a syringe. Close it down with the syringe piston and press it to remove the air from the volume of the syringe. We will see the liquid takes the shape of the syringe. Now we will do it for the gas using the smoke of the incense stick. Put the piston and cover the mouth of the syringe with the tip of your finger. We will start using the stoppers to close the mouth of every syringe. We can see for the solid, liquid and gas, we have provided a stopper. Now we compress it harder to see whether the change of the chalk powder are compressed. We can't see any. The liquids, can it be compressed? It can't do the same. But in the gases, you see it can be compressed better than solids and liquids. You can provide extra force to see how dense the gases can be seen in the syringe. What we learn here is solids have a regular shape and closely packed molecules which doesn't allow us to compress further. Liquids have loosely packed molecules which allows little to compress, but here you can't see with the muscle power. But in the case of gases, the molecules move in all direction at faster speed with large interspacing.
Okay, all of you watched this experiment. All of you understood? Okay, after that, all of you mark the readings, the initial readings, the final readings into the what happens in syringe A, B and C. Okay, mark the initial readings of A, B and C, also the final readings. Okay, with the help of this video. Okay, does the piston is move? Write down your observation into the final box. Clear?
Okay, let's do a comparative study of solid, liquids, and gas with their properties. Okay, in the arrangements of molecules, the solids are very tightly packed. The molecules are arranged in solids are very tightly packed. But in the case of liquid, it's loosely packed. In gas, it's very loosely packed. We know that. Then the property intermolecular force of attraction. That in solid, the intermolecular force of attraction is very strong. Liquid also strong. And in gas, it's negligible. The intermolecular force of attraction is negligible. The intermolecular space is negligible in solids, and in liquids it's medium, and in gas it is maximum. The intermolecular space is maximum. Okay, and in the case of shape, the solids have fixed shape. Okay, the solids have fixed shape, but liquids no fixed shape, takes the shape of the container which it is kept. And in gas, no fixed shape also, take the shape of the container which it is enclosed. Okay, in gas. And in the case of rigidity, the solids are rigid, you know that. But liquids, that not rigid, and also gas is also not rigid. And volume, the solids have a definite volume, and liquid also have a definite volume, and the gas has no definite volume. Clear? And in the case of ability to flow, solids do not flow, but in the case of liquid and gas, they can flow. And the last property is compressibility. We just studied that. The solids are non-compressible, but liquids are compressed slightly. Some extents liquid can be compressed. and the gas can be compressed easily with the help of a force. Okay, just rewind once more. That is the main properties of solids. The solids are very molecules are very tightly packed each other. The intermolecular force is very strong in solids, and the intermolecular space is negligible, and the shape is fixed shape, rigid, and a definite volume, and do not flow, and non-compressible. These are the main properties of solids. And in the case of liquids, liquids are the molecules are loosely packed in liquids. Then the intermolecular force of attraction is strong in liquids. The intermolecular space is medium, and no fixed shape. Take the shape of the container which it kept, and it's not rigid. It have a definite volume. It can be flow and can be compressed slightly. And in the case of gas, the molecules are very loosely packed, and the intermolecular force of attraction is negligible. The intermolecular space is maximum, and no fixed shape. It takes the shape of the container which it enclosed, and it's not rigid. It have no definite volume. It can flow, and also it can be compressed very easily. I hope all of you understood the compressibility and the properties of the matters. Okay, the properties of the solid, liquids, and gases. Okay, all of you study well. Okay, thank you everyone. Have a nice day.